Hello, my name's Melissa from Melissa's Struggling Walk with Jesus. I'm sharing the Voice of the Martyrs Extreme Devotion with you, and this is day 76. The Bible verse is Titus chapter 2, verse 8. Those who oppose us will be ashamed and have nothing bad to say about us. So this is extreme protest, Russia, to Baptist Christians. So it was like no protest the world had ever seen. Most riots around the world are violent, with slogans being yelled, signs and banners being waved, and even rocks being thrown. But on May 16, 1966, 500 Soviet Baptists gathered in the courtyard of the Communist Central Committee. However, unlike most protesters, they did not shout slogans or demands. They stood together praying and singing hymns. Georgy Vins and Gennady Krachvak presented a petition to the Soviet government on their behalf, requesting the official recognition of their churches, a plea to stop governmental interferences, the release of imprisoned believers, and freedom for Soviet citizens to teach and be taught religious faith. On the morning of the 17th, soldiers and KGB agents surrounded the peaceful gathering. Around 1:00 p.m., a number of buses closed in, and the soldiers attacked, beating them and forcing them into the buses. No one fought back. Instead, the demonstrators linked arms and started singing again over the screams of the attacking soldiers. All of this was done in public, with many bystanders gathering around to watch the steadfast faith of the Christians. They were then taken to prison. Even in prison, they continued to pray and sing. The communists had refused the pleas of these peaceful protesters, but they had not broken their spirits. So people who turn Christianity into a cause run the risk of confusing violence for obedience. However, nothing could be further from the true description. Radical obedience means we protest whatever is contrary to Christ's teachings. However, like the Soviet Baptists, we desire to bring peace and not to provoke harm. Those who are persecuted for their faith leave an example of peaceful demonstration and determination. They do not return evil for evil, yet they calmly accept the consequences of their obedience to Christ's commands. So if you want to be a radical Christian, you must fully obey Christ's commands. So in what area of your life is God calling you to radical obedience for Him? And what does it mean to you to be a radical Christian?